So today's short video is to explain about working out with regards to whether you're on a keto diet, whether you're fat adapted. Okay, so first of all, we're going to talk about cardio workouts, resistance workouts, and HIIT. See, this is where the misconception lies. You see, I see so many, even fitness instructors, starting keto, so doing a keto-based Okay, so today's video is about exercise in relation to starting a low carb, high fat, keto based diet and combining that with fasting. You see, this is where the problem lies, is the misunderstanding of it. You see, when you first switch from a high carb, low fat diet to a low carb, high fat diet, things aren't going to change straight away. So then if you're working out, especially if you're going to be an instructor and you're going to teach high energy classes, you're going to struggle because your body is used to burning glucose. And if you've switched the way you ate literally the day before or on that day, you're not going to have enough energy. It takes 4 to 6 weeks to become fully fat adapted. So just by following a low carb, high fat meal plan, yes, it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks. It may take a little less if you combine some fasting in with that. And the reason being is you're trying to force your body into burning fat. So by fasting, by going without any food, you're really trying to use up your glycogen stores, which is basically stored glucose. But just remember, if you're working out at quite a high level, you're going to need to adapt things slightly differently. So let's take cardio. Now, I used to teach very, very high energy classes. However, in the first 4 to 6 weeks, I only recommend my clients doing light aerobic exercise, light cardio. And there is a reason for that, is that you can do it in a fasted state. That's not going to be a problem. And it really is going to use up any glycogen that's been stored in the liver or stored in the muscles. And that's what you want, to absolutely force your body into choosing fat as a fuel. Okay, whereas it's going to be very different to if you're going to do some kind of resistance training, i.e. weight training or a body pump class or body weight exercises. Because if you're training your muscles like that, you're going to need to have more protein in the recovery. So if you're doing resistance training, again, to get the best out of it, you can still do that in a fasted state, no problem. However, your post-workout meal shouldn't really be keto based. You want to have high protein but low fat, because it's all about the recovery with resistance training. It's all about what happens afterwards, what's happening in the mitochondria. Next, let's take HIIT, so high intensity interval training. Now, this by definition, you're pushing your body to work at high levels, as in anaerobic, which means the body doesn't need oxygen to work, okay? Now, for this type of training, it needs glucose. It needs that energy, regardless whether you're fat adapted or not. If you're going to be doing HIIT training, then I would recommend having a meal before. It's the first time, it's the only workout you need to do where you have a meal before. You don't want to do HIIT training in a fasted state. Your body needs glucose for that type of training. So I'm not talking about high carb, but have pretty much, if you're trying to follow the keto workout to force your body into burning fat, have your carbs in that meal so that your body can utilize the glycogen from that meal. Okay, so there's the difference. This is why people struggle, because they try it, they feel terrible, and they go, oh, that's awful. I can't do that because I need the energy from sugar. Not strictly true, but just remember, it's going to take you time to adapt. So 4 to 6 weeks, that's why I have a program, the 6-week flip the switch, burn the fat program, to take you through that transitional process. But if you are working out and you can't just do light cardio workouts whilst you're adapting, Just remember those tips.